This is Karen with Grace Be Creations. I hope everybody is having a wonderful weekend. Well, the weekend is over today, Sunday. I hope everybody has had a wonderful weekend. I am doing a final flip through of my vintage junk journal, and I have finally named her, and I've named her Annabella. And this vintage book has screamed the name Annabella, and every time I would work on it, that name would come to mind. And so I decided to name her Annabella, and I absolutely love her. She has been a lot of work. Like I explained to you guys in the live, this was probably one of the hardest junk journals that I've done out of all 12 books that I've done. What made this hard was probably the difference in how it was styled. I'm usually a cohesive, I do everything symmetric, and I have all the same, I do all the patterns, and there's a flow, there's projects that fill the book. And this one is a little bit different, where it's more of the vintage paperwork and the more flat things, and more of the things to just look and read than to see things that were made, if that makes any sense. It's really interesting. It's about layers, and that's what was different for me. But as I did more and more, it began to get a little easier. And on the last day of creating this pages, this was after the live. The last couple of pages that I made were a lot easier for me, and I really enjoyed it. And so if you've seen the live and you saw the flip through, you haven't seen it all. I have added a couple of new pages in here. So let's get going, and let me show you what I've done so that you guys can take a look at this junk journal. And I'm so excited because I know a lot of people really wanted to see the final flip through for this. I was gonna play music in the background, but I decided not to. I'll just do a quick talk around it. So I'm not going to spend too much time on each piece because I really did do a flip through on the Friday live, but I'm going to give you guys a pretty good look at what's in the book. So first of all, I added this pendant. I painted this, and I added the cameo pendant, and I also added some eyelash trim, I think they call it. It's really cute. And I added an extra ribbon for the wrap. So I have like 2 around. And this comes undone like this. And I loved making this. I painted that and did some rubbing of the white to make the gold. I painted over gold and made it look like shabby chic. Vintage shabby chic. And this is in a slip cover. So this comes off like that. And then you pull out the bottom, because it's like this, okay? So she has a slip cover over her. And I also want to take a moment just to thank Virginia from Juniper Crafts. Is that how you pronounce it? She is such a wonderful, wonderful lady. She inspired me. Guys, this book is inspired by the one that I bought from her. I saw her do a slim journal, and I was just so inspired, and she inspired for me to try a vintage book. And I've been wanting to do a vintage book for years. For a year. I've only been doing this for 3 years, but for years. I make it sound like I've been doing this for 20 years. No, I've been really wanting to do a vintage book. So here's my take on it, and I hope you guys like it. Let's dig in. Okay, so we start off as I've got the trim. I did some embossing on the front. It is 4 in a, let me measure it, because I know someone's going to ask if I'm like, I did it in a live, but I know someone's going to ask, so I might as well just do it. It is 4.5 inches wide. It's 10 3/4. I already know this. 10 3/4 long. I don't know why I went with 10 3/4. I thought I want to do 10. I don't know what happened with that, but that's okay. All right, so we just have we have a pocket here in the front as you first open it, and it just has some vintage paperwork in here. Some old postcards. I have an old postcard and an old photo in there. And then in here I just have a tag. I actually got that from Virginia. When she sent me the book, she sent me some ephemera pieces, and I absolutely loved it. This is some tissue paper with some beautiful paperwork. I knew I was going to have a hard time getting that back in. It's okay. This is fabric. This is antique. This is actually an antique piece that I got. This is fabric, and I have a pin that I added down here. This was not on here on Friday. And then we flip it over, and we have some vintage photos. These are new as well. I used, this is from oldulcina, her kit called Wedding Dresses, I think, or Wedding. I will link below. I'm actually on her design team. So I'll link this below, but I added some lace and I wrapped it. And I did some embossing on the top and a button. That was a lot of fun doing these Polroids. And the same thing goes for this one. Just added a little bit of fabric to the top. And we have some embossed work here. And this just flips open like this. We have a photo, linen paper, and then this opens like this. And I just put some stamps in here. These are fabric stamps. I actually got those from Ramona, from Junk Journal Creation. Anybody who I name in here, I will leave a link below if I remember. In here, I have a tag that I made. I did some really nice lace, and I did an old satin tag topper to that. And this is tissue tracing paper. We flip it over, and we've got a wedding photo here. It's actually, I don't know if it's a wedding photo, but it's 3 girls, and I did some lace in the corner there. I love how that came out. Kind of like a scalloped look to that. We've got a ruffle I did on the top. Then we have this beautiful tag that I got from Virginia as well. It has a little bit of fabric there. I love the ephemera that she sent me. It's so adorable. And then this part opens like this, and this actually flips open. And I love this photo. This lady here, I don't know if I named it Annabella because she looks like an Annabella, but this was the key part of my book. This was like the focal point was this photo. And then it goes down like this, it shuts like this, and then it opens again. And I put a piece of fabric here. This is some of my favorite lace right here. I got this from Crafty Me Shop. Esme over on Crafty Me Shop. We have a vintage clothespin. That's a real old one that I got from someone in a kit. And we have another Polroid that I did with some fabric. And this is real wallpaper. This is an old piece, and I've held it aside for so long until I found the book that I was going to put it in. Finally found the book I was going to put it in. I've held on to this for so long, and I couldn't wait to find the book for it, so I'm excited. And then I made this pocket out of lace that I got from Crafty Me Shop. I trimmed it so I could make like a circled pocket. And then we have this embossed colored, reverse color embossed. I have a video on this, on how to do this. And we have some stenciling. And I made this. This was for one of the first tags that I made for the book. And then we just have some old fabric, some old-fashioned doily. that's square, and then just some paperwork. And I like the little button there with that little fabric piece that I've got up there. Love how that came out. That shuts. And then we have like a key here. I actually painted that key. We have like a little, this also was from, this silk was from Crafty Me Shop. And we have a tag here. Then we have this piece here that I also got from that ephemera pack that I got. This was one of my favorite pages. I love this embossed piece right here that I did like a reverse uptuck thing. An uptuck. And then we've got trim. I just got this trim from Hobby Lobby and I absolutely love it. I want to go back and get more. I have a little bit left. It's right here actually. I have like a half a yard left of it. But look at how gorgeous it is. And it's only like $2.99 a yard, I think. I love it. I want to go back and get more. Okay, then we go back here. We have another tag piece. We have some real old fabric. I got this from oldulcina. She sent me this really beautiful fabric piece. Then we got a pocket doily. These are pockets. I didn't put anything in it, but it's there. And we've got this. I love these two pages a lot as well. We've got the piano Polroid and then that slides open. And we have a real old letter. I've read this letter. It's really cool. It's a guy writing to his family. And it's from 1944. Dear Mom. The days of when people would write. I used to have pen pals when I was younger. And then we've got a tag here that I made. It's like a 3-layer tag. Got a fabric piece there. And we just have like angels. I love that. That comes from Ruby and Pearl, her new angel kit. And then we have another picture of a girl. I love that photo. That goes there. Then we have the center. I never put anything on the center page. Usually I don't. I like to have a focal point on the center. And I thought I would just have the little bird charm hanging in the center. And I used the flower. Then we have this really nice tag. I love this. I added a piece of fabric and a button. And I did this piece here. I did an stenciling. I mixed colors to make this color. I used the spackle paste that I usually use, and then I mixed it with some, it's like a coral color. It comes out like a really light colored pink. It's really pretty. Here's another fabric piece from Crafty Me Shop up there. I'm not sure why this was here. I don't think it went there, but I'll keep it there. I've got part of a ruffle. Then I've got this stencil. Laura made that for me from my book. And we have another tag. And this opens up like this. The reverse ink embossing that I did here. I love doing that, by the way. And if you look under here, I didn't put anything in here. I thought for sure I put something in there. I'll have to still add something in here. It's a little tiny tuck. But I did like a little bit of lace, and then I did some edging here. Oh, we did have something in there. It just fell out. And I have this tag here. Gotta have a piece of Paris in your book whenever doing a vintage book. The Eiffel Tower. Oh, no, that's not the Eiffel Tower. I'm sorry. I thought it was the Paris photo. Oh my gosh, I need to go to bed. That's an old church. Not the Eiffel Tower. Oh my gosh, I need to go to sleep. All right, then I put some eyelet fabric here. And then I did some stenciling on a glassine bag. I love doing that, by the way. It came out really nice. And I added some lace on top. And then on the back of it, I have a Polroid. Then I also did some inking down here, and it says, Dear Friend. And I think this is actually, I think I kept the pocket open, did I? Did I keep the pocket open? On the other side, I did. This is another part of that old letter that I was showing you from before. I made a belly band. Then we have a little paper clip with a real old piece of fabric there. I tried to incorporate different pieces in here. Yeah, here's a pocket right here. That's the glassine bag. And I did some inking. I like how that came out. And we have this. And then this came from Virginia. She made this, and this was one of my favorite pieces that she sent me. I love this. It's like fabric that looks like a wing. And you've got the angel and the girl on the angel's lap. I love this so much. One of my favorite photos. Then I've got like an old paperwork piece there. And I got some old vintage fabric in the corner from Oldulcina. And then I made a little pocket over here just to put anything in there. And then this is the back of the book. And that is Annabella. Oh, I forgot to share with you guys. Right here, this was the old key that I painted, but I also used a piece from Crafty Me Shop here. I made this V pocket. It was actually, it was a large piece of lace that came like in 4 different parts, and I cut it so that it would create like the V, so I could make a pocket. And so I have, of course, the tag there, but you can also add something in this pocket as well. I loved how that came out. I still have more of that, so I think I'll use that trick again sometime when I make another book like this. But this is my book, guys. I am so happy with how it came out. I'm proud of myself for doing it, if I could say that. It took a lot of stepping out of my wheelhouse to make this, but I absolutely enjoyed it. And I hope that you guys have enjoyed watching this flip through. Oh my gosh, say that 10 times. This flip through. I really enjoyed it, and I thank everybody who has left me messages saying how much that they loved it and how beautiful it was. I so appreciate it. That means the world to me. I'm so excited now to step into my next book. I might do another slim journal. The next journal that I do, I might sell. I'm not sure yet, but I know a lot of people have been asking me to, if I could make a book to sell, and I will have to definitely think about that. I definitely will consider it, but I'm doing another slim journal. I don't think it's going to be a series yet, though. I like to do a series like every couple of months, but you know that I'll do work on the book on the channel. I always try and incorporate whatever I'm working on in my videos, so I will be doing another junk journal series coming up soon, though. I would probably say May. April or May, I'll be doing another book series on the channel. All right, guys, so that's it for tonight. I will see you guys in the next video on Tuesday for Teach Me Tuesday. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the weekend. Make sure to hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't, because I really appreciate that. Join over on my Facebook group if you want to share some projects that you make from the YouTube channel. And I will see you guys in the next video. Have a wonderful night, guys. Bye.